Hello, family. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wilma. I film content relating to faith, waiting, marriage, motherhood, and lifestyle. If today is your first time here, I welcome you. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, like, and share this video. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing a very interesting topic. Recently we celebrated 8 years of marriage by the grace of God, and it's been on my heart to share a few nuggets with a lot of newly wed. So you can see a lot of weddings going on, and summertime or it's wedding season. A lot of people are getting married. So today I'm going to be sharing a lot of nuggets, okay, for every newly wed couple. Let's get into the video. Congratulations if you're watching me and you just got married. You are welcome to the club, okay? So let me say that in this season that you find yourself, this whole marriage is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and you are in for the long haul. And I pray that your journey would be beautiful regardless of the ups and downs that come along with the journey of marriage. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to share with you is that despite all the counseling you've had, despite all the assurances you've had, despite all the stories you've had, each marriage is unique, and so is your marriage going to be. Your marriage is going to be very, very special to you, okay? And you will need to give each other grace to find time and settle within the union, because you are going to have very peculiar experiences, very peculiar situations that no matter how much counseling you've had, you would need to go through it to be able to find what best works for you. So that's the first thing I'm going to share. It's in no particular order. Now, the second thing I'm going to share is that now that you are married, you realize that especially at your traditional marriage, there was so much advice, from experienced people in marriage. But the truth is that there will be so many stories, both positive and negative. But the onus lies with you as a union, as a couple, as a team, to find which of these stories, okay, or let me put it this way: listen to all the stories, okay, but be discerning. Know what you listen or allow into your system, okay? So don't entertain too much negativity. It's important to create a positive vibe around you. That notwithstanding, it's important to listen to some of the stories so you know what you are actually going in for, so that when situations begin to prop up and have similarities to what you've heard, you by that time would have positioned yourself in a place to deal well with those situations. So I hope you got that right. The next thing I'm going to share, as for this one, from the beginning, it will feel so magical, when it's time to do the do. If you are watching and you are not 18 and above, please click out of this video. Anyway, so if when it comes to love making and all that, when you start the marriage, every time will be awesome. You always want to be in the mood and all those juicy stuff. But as time goes on, if you don't take care and you are not intentional, you begin to lose the sparks. So you have to be intentional about creating the sparks, or what ignites you, what sets you on fire. So it's very, very important. Sometimes you would know definitely that lovemaking starts in the morning, because we say women are electric cookers, men are gas cookers. So start warming her up from morning, send messages and all that. Don't wait till the evening before you come and disturb somebody's daughter of Eve or son of Adam. So that's what I'm talking about: being intentional, creating the right atmosphere for these things in order to make it lasting. Because if you don't take care, after a while, it begins to wane off, or it begins to, and it's natural. After some years, you realize that the sparks or the generator will not be as it were, as my mother Mama Funke will say. So it behoves on you to make it work each time. And intimacy is not just about love making, it goes beyond that. So I pray that you will be able to research and learn more, okay, in that direction. Okay, dear newlywed, let me break this news to you. No marriage is argument proof, okay? So the fact that you are all lovey-dovey doesn't mean that there won't be times in the marriage that misunderstandings will not happen. However, it is how you handle or manage those misunderstandings that is important. So also realize that the way you manage or handle it will serve as the basis for your future conflict resolutions. So be very, very careful. I always say that verbal attacks, abuse, and all those things are not the best approaches to peace. So it's important you learn how to apologize just to maintain peace. Okay, so be warned. The next thing is that there's a purpose, a reason for which you got married. Do not waste time at all to start executing the plans or the purpose for which you got married. It could be ministry, it could be a building, it could be a business, because remember, time waits for no man. However, God's timing is very, very important. So figure out God's timing even as you try to work out the purpose for which God assigned you for the marriage. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is that as newlyweds, isolation from family is very important. So don't start off the marriage bringing your in-laws to come and live with you. You are now beginning to figure yourselves out. So please, we don't need that here. We don't need that energy here. It's okay to visit. It's okay for them to visit, but try not to be too accommodating, because you need to learn how to set boundaries for yourselves and for the marriage. So I hope you got that clear. Okay, so the next one, I'm trying to be quick. I don't want this video to be too long. Before the children come, hey, you better learn how to spend quality time together. Oh, hey, because when they come, you will look for me and said, you said it. So please spend quality time together. Go to the movies, learn to have date nights, bond over popcorn, movies at home. I mean, just spend quality time together. You don't need to spend too much, but it's important you just learn to enjoy each other's company. Okay, moving on. So the next thing is that, and this is possibly going to be the last thing I'm going to say. You see, it's a lot, it's so much, but I pray that you would watch this video and pick the nuggets that stand out for you. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to say is that for us as Christians, Christ is the head of the church and the head of every marriage union, whilst the husband is the head of the wife. And there is a biblical foundation or principle for marriage. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to share Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 to 25, where the Bible talks about wives submitting and husbands loving. That is the equation. The moment you make Christ the foundation for your marriage, it doesn't mean everything is going to go smooth or perfect. However, you are going to be armed with enough strength, grace, and resilience for the journey ahead. So don't neglect God in this journey. Whichever religion you might be having, don't neglect God. Serve, love each other, honor each other. Place that your spouse above every other person now that you are married. So yes, that will be all for today. Share with me in the comment section, what advice would you give a newlywed today in this environment? There's so much to talk about. I didn't even talk about privacy and looking or snooping on phones and technology, and there's so much. I pray that as time goes on, I'll have enough time to cover those areas as well. So yes, give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.